I was like you. I loved street food. The aroma of roasted plantain, the sharp sizzle of akara frying in deep oil, the call of the suya man slicing spicy meat under a flickering lantern. These were the small joys that made Lagos life sweet. Until one rainy Tuesday evening changed everything. I was coming back from work, drenched and tired, my trousers soaked from knee to ankle. The bus had dropped me at Ojolegba roundabout. People were shouting, traffic was mad, and water was already collecting in small lakes by the roadside. I didn't even care anymore. Hunger was talking to me. Then I saw her, a short woman wearing a red scarf and thick rubber slippers. Her puff puff stand was under a faded umbrella. The golden balls were dancing in hot oil, and the smell was like a spell pulling me. I moved closer. Give me 200 naira own, I said. She smiled with broken teeth and scooped 6 balls into a nylon paper. I bit one before she even gave me change. Soft, sweet, heaven. But what I didn't know then was that I had just taken my first bite into hell. The next day, my stomach started doing press ups. At first, I thought it was normal. Maybe I was just reacting to office stress. But by noon, I had rushed to the toilet 3 times. My skin was sweating. My mouth was bitter. The worst part? I had an important meeting that afternoon. As I sat in the boardroom trying to focus on a PowerPoint presentation, my stomach grumbled like thunder. I excused myself and dashed out, but I didn't make it to the toilet in time. That was when my shame began. I had to go home. My trousers were a mess. I called in sick the next day. That was when my friend Musa came to visit. Guy, you don't chop street food again, Abi? He asked. I nodded weakly. You know they hear word. Now so person take catch typhoid and worse things. He then told me something that opened my eyes like fire. Musa was a documentary filmmaker. He had been working on a small project about street food vendors in Lagos. What he saw shocked him. He even had videos. You dey see that woman where they sell jollof rice for stadium bus stop? He asked. I nodded. Her rice always had that smoky, party rice smell that made people queue like they were collecting palliatives. She dey cook that food for Gota behind one abandoned building, Musa said. I didn't believe him. He brought out his phone and showed me the video. There it was, a large rusty pot boiling on 3 stones. 2 rats ran across the background. A woman was scooping rice with her bare hands after scratching her armpit. The oil she used was black and reused over 10 times. And then he paused the video. There was a small nylon of white powder beside her. What's that? I asked. Some of them they use Maggi booster, others they use washing powder to make meat soft. I even see one we use paracetamol to boil cow leg. I wanted to vomit, but people eat it every day, he said. He wasn't lying. To really understand what I had gotten myself into, I decided to do my own investigation. The following weekend, I followed Musa to a slum area near Ijora Badia. That's where many of the food vendors lived and prepared their goods before bringing them out to the main roads. We entered one small compound. Inside, a woman was frying akara. She was using water from a muddy drum that had dead mosquitoes floating on top. Children were playing near open feces. Her oil had black bits inside. She scooped some of the akara and it sizzled in the pan. Her dog came near and licked her foot. She didn't wash her hands. Yet by evening, she would be at Coastal Junction selling those same akara balls to hundreds of people, students, workers, pregnant women. I asked her, Auntie, no be better to cook this food in clean place? She laughed. Who dey check am? Hunger no dey look face, na taste people dey find. And she was right. I once bought amala from a woman who had long green nails and flies all over her pot. I never thought twice because the stew was thick and red. Now I couldn't unsee it. After Musa released his short documentary online, stories began to flood in. One woman messaged him to say her 7-year-old daughter died after eating noodles from a street vendor. She had been vomiting for hours before she collapsed. The doctor said it was food poisoning from expired vegetables and unhygienic meat. Another man from Mushin said he had kidney issues because he constantly drank zobo made with local flavoring mixed with battery powder for color. One by one, the truth started leaking out. Some vendors used gutter water to mix flour, others reused oil until it was dark like engine oil. Even worse, some used chemical coloring meant for cloth dye to make their stew look fresh. We were not just eating food, we were eating slow poison. You might think NAFDAC or the health ministry is doing something. You'd be wrong. Musa and I visited a local health office to ask if they inspected food vendors. The man there, his name was Mr. Ease, looked at us and laughed. Do you know how many vendors are in Lagos alone? Over 1 million. We don't even have enough staff to inspect them all. He told us something scarier. Most of them don't register their business, no license, no training, no health checks, just cook and sell. That night, Musa showed me a video from a ghost kitchen in Agege. It was a woman cooking okra soup in a broken toilet. She removed the toilet seat and put her charcoal stove inside. When Musa asked her why, she said the landlord didn't give her space to cook, so she used what she had. I wash am every day, she said proudly. I couldn't sleep that night. 1 week after my sickness, I started noticing something else. My skin started itching. My eyes were turning yellow. When I went to the hospital, they told me I had developed a mild liver infection. The doctor asked me about my food habits. I told him the truth. He shook his head. Young man, you are lucky. Stop eating street food anyhow. Even some bukas don't follow hygiene at all. Some use one sponge to wash plates, pots, and the floor. I thought about the puff puff woman, the way her oil looked thick like petrol, the way she touched money and then touched my food. Was it all worth it? I don't want to scare you. Not all street food is dangerous. Some vendors are neat. Some are passionate about their work and cook with love and care. But they are the minority. Most of what you eat on the road is made without proper hygiene, training, or inspection. So before you buy street food again, look around. Is the place clean? Are flies everywhere? Is the oil too dark? Observe the seller. Are they touching money and food together? Are they sweating into the pot? Ask questions. What kind of water do they use? Where do they prepare the food? Trust your instincts. If something doesn't look right, walk away because that 50 naira puff puff could cost you 50,000 in hospital bills or worse. After my recovery, I changed my life. I started cooking more at home. I supported clean, registered food vendors. I even helped Musa organize a small health workshop for roadside cooks. Some of them listened, many didn't. But at least the conversation had started. We printed posters in pidgin, no be only taste, hygiene dey important too. Sometimes I still smell the suya smoke and feel tempted, but then I remember the pain, the shame, and the hospital bed. Now, when people talk about street food, I tell them, before you buy that snack, ask yourself, do you know what's inside? Because behind every hot meat pie, spicy jollof, or crispy akara, there might be a dirty secret you're not ready to swallow. One night, around 2 a.m., I woke up with sharp pain in my belly again. I sat up on my bed sweating. My mouth was dry. My tongue felt like paper. I stood and walked to the mirror. What I saw scared me. My eyes were yellow. My skin looked dull. I was shaking. I took a deep breath and sat on the floor. How did I get here? Just because I wanted to eat puff, puff, I cried. I cried not just for myself, but for all the people who were sick and didn't even know it was street food that caused it. The next day, I called Musa. I want to do something, I said. Like what? I want to help stop this. I want people to know the truth. He agreed. We made a plan. We called it Operation Street Food Truth. We went out with cameras and phones. We interviewed vendors. We recorded how they made their food. Some agreed to talk. Some chased us away. One suya seller told us, "Leave me alone. You won't spoil my business." Another woman said, "Me, I dey clean, but others no dey clean. Go record them." We saw things we didn't expect. One boy frying yam beside a gutter full of green water. A woman mixing pap, akamu, in a bucket she used to soak clothes. A man blowing into his nose and wiping it with the same hand he used to turn stew. It was hard to believe, but it was real. We also talked to customers. Some said, "We know it's dirty, but what can we do? We are hungry." Others said, "The food is cheap. We don't have money for big restaurants." One man said, "I eat it every day and I'm still strong." But one young girl cried. She said, "My sister died after eating rice and beans from a roadside woman. She was only 19. Her body started swelling. They said it was food poisoning." That day, Musa and I sat down on a wooden bench and didn't talk for 10 minutes. It was too much. We decided to do something more. We made a short film. We called it Before You Buy Street Food Again, Watch This. We showed all the things we had seen: the dirty kitchens, the reused oil, the hands that touched toilet doors and then turned meat. We added the interviews. We added the crying girl. We put it online and then we waited. In just 1 week, the video had over 1 million views. People were shocked.